Okay, so let's take a look at the chart. So for co, I think the only example from the article is coworker, right here, coworker. Now sometimes you will see a dash in between co and worker, and sometimes you'll just see coworker without the dash, without the hyphen. Excuse me. So we can write coworker here, and this is not a dictionary definition, but basically the meaning is someone who works with you at a job or in an occupation. So, excuse me. So the meaning of co is together. Okay. Actually, you know what? This word cooperative also uses the prefix co. So operative, you might recognize the word operate, and operate means to function or to work. So cooperative means willing to function or work together. Okay, so if you are a cooperative person, then you work well with others. Okay, so coworker and cooperative. And then auto, let's see, from the article, you can find it here, automotive. And there are many examples that, well, you can also see auto technician, and in this case, auto is separate. It's just by itself, so it means car in this case. However, the word or the prefix auto means self, so by itself. So an automotive, or you might have heard of automobile, which is another way or another word for car or vehicle. So an automotive means moving by self, or moving on its own. And again, this is not a dictionary definition, it's just a paraphrase. So as you can see, motive or motion or automobile, so mobile, motion, they all have a similar root as well. So meaning movement, so self-moving. So as you know, cars have a motor, so they can move on their own. Well, of course, the driver has to drive it, but nobody has to push it or use their feet. So auto means self. Okay, and then I'll take a look at the roots. Tech, for this one, we can see technician or technical, and these words are related to technique or technology. So the word technique can be, can be spelled with tech plus N-I-C or N-I-Q-U-E, and we pronounce that one technique. And it's related to craft or art, not like art like the painting kind of art, but craft meaning skill. So tech is related to craft or skill. And then number 5, super. Okay, so we can find super here, right here, superb technical skills. And the word super, you hear kids saying this a lot. Oh, that's super cool. Or even the name Superman. Of course, we know Superman is basically a man who is above and beyond a normal man. So super means above and beyond, or like extra in a good way. So if we see that word again, superb, it means excellent. Okay. And there are other words with superb, like superfluous, and I know that's a difficult word, but it means additional or extra. So you can look up other words with super in it. And then iku or iqua or EQ, I'm not really sure how to pronounce the root, but it's it's not usually by itself like this. So you can see this root in the word equally, and the word equally means in the same way, or in the same measure or degree, and the meaning of the root would be same. Okay, same or equal to. Okay, so let's see. Oh, actually, you can even see superbly, which is the adverb of superb, which contains the root super. So superbly means in an excellent way. But we're going to skip this part. Now, of course, you can do this on your own for practice. But now we're going to look at another worksheet here. So let's look at exercise A. Write the skills in the chart. So we can see the two categories, hard job skills and soft job skills. So the first example is can fix equipment. Okay, so this one's already done. So go ahead and take some time to do this activity, and you can pause the video and continue when you're done. Okay, so let's take a look at arrives on time. All right, so this is a soft job skill. Okay, and the next one, can fix equipment, is already here in under hard job skills. And then let's look at the next one, can use a computer. This one also goes under hard job skills. Okay, and then is friendly. Okay, this is a good people skill, so we put it under soft job skills. And then is good at math. Okay, this is a hard job skill. And then is good at talking to people. And of course, it says people here and talking, so that is a soft job skill. And then is honest. Okay, this is also a soft job skill. And then finally, speaks other languages. This is a hard job skill. Okay. All right, so let's move on to exercise B. Okay, so it says read. Write an example from the text for each soft skill. Okay, so let's see. Yeah, there we go. So the title is Soft Skills on the Job, and I'm going to go ahead and read it, and then you can work on this exercise. Here we go. Eugenia has been working at the Island Sports Club for 2 months. She works at the front desk. She is always friendly and polite to the customers. At first, she didn't always understand the manager's instructions, but she asked lots of questions. She is always on time for work and always finishes her tasks. When her boss criticizes her, she doesn't complain. She enjoys learning about the job, explains Marjorie Vincent, manager of Island Sports Club. She's always cheerful and optimistic. The customers like her. Eugenia gets along well with her coworkers too. Now they ask her for help and advice. Okay, so if you look at number 1, this soft skill has good communication skills. So let's find an example, and you can already see it, but if you look here, it says she is always friendly and polite to the customers. Okay, so this is an example of having good communication skills. Okay, and we talked about work ethic in our last video, so go ahead and take some time to write the examples of each soft skill. Okay, so you can pause the video and continue when you're finished. Okay, so has a strong work ethic, and you can see that over here. She is always on time for work and always finishes her tasks. Okay, and then learns from criticism. So we can see that here. When her boss criticizes her, she doesn't complain. And the example is she enjoys learning about the job. Okay, so you can actually include both. She doesn't complain This is good enough too, but if you want, you can also say, and she enjoys learning about her job. Okay, and then has a positive attitude. So you can find that here. She's always cheerful and optimistic. Okay, so cheerful obviously means full of cheer. It means someone who is happy. Okay, and optimistic. So optimistic means always looks on the bright side, on the positive side of things. So you might have, well, actually, before I mention that, do you know what the opposite of optimistic is? So the opposite of optimistic, let me do this, okay, is pessimistic, okay? And optimistic and pessimistic people are like opposites, and sometimes we compare them by saying that when there is a glass of water that and it's filled halfway, then we say the optimistic people see the glass half full, but pessimistic people see the glass half empty. So the water is at the halfway mark, but optimists see it as, oh, it's halfway full, and pessimistic people see it as, oh, it's halfway empty. So they look at the same thing in a different way. So that's the example for a positive attitude. Okay, and then I'm gonna, get rid of that part. Okay, and finally, is a team player. Okay, and we can find that here. Eugenia gets along well with her coworkers. So you can say she gets along well with her coworkers. Okay. So as you can see, you don't have to be on an actual sports team to use this phrase. If someone is a team player, then it doesn't matter what field they are in. We use it for all fields, whether sports or office jobs or whatever. So it's a type of soft skill. Okay, and I think that's all we're going to do for today. So this lesson, part 3, is a little bit shorter, but that's okay. So I will see you next time for lessons E and F. Okay, goodbye.